Hey guys, Jill here from Ask a Vet Tech. Whether you planned on having a litter of puppies or it was an accidental pregnancy, or maybe you adopted a dog from a shelter who was already pregnant. Either way, puppies are coming in approximately 63 days from conception. Let's talk about the best way to prepare for their arrival and make this adventure as seamless as possible. I'll be talking about tips that can help in every stage of the puppy's life from birth to 8 weeks. Puppies start to nurse from the mom within a few hours of birth, and this is really important. The first secretions from the mother's mammary glands is called colostrum. Colostrum is super rich in proteins, and most importantly, it contains immunoglobulins to transfer immunity from mom to puppy. Minerals such as calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, iron, copper, and zinc, all of those are much higher in colostrum than in lactose or milk after the first 24 to 48 hours of nursing. After 24 hours of whelping or giving birth, colostrum gradually changes to milk. The protein content drops by 50%. Lactose increases for about 1 week, and then the milk kind of evens back out. Neonate pups may need nutritional support if there are too many puppies for mom's milk supply, the puppies have been orphaned by mom, she refuses to care for them, or maybe mom has an illness. A physical deformity of the puppy, either orally or physically, such as a cleft palate, which makes it really hard for them to actually nurse and latch on. Front limb deformities, where they can't get close enough to mom or use their paws to push against mom to make the milk come out. There are signs that supplementation is needed. The puppy will show signs of weakness or be lethargic. They could have an enlarged abdomen and be crying out and not really trying to nurse. Not nursing or trying not to nurse at all. Lack of fluid intake or vocalizing frequently while searching around for mom or a nipple. The best way to know if the pups are eating and getting proper nutrition is to weigh the pups daily on a gram scale and track that information on a piece of paper. It's super easy. Pups should always maintain or gain weight daily. If at any time there's a decrease in weight, it is time to look at the nutrition or food intake or check for illness in the pups or in mom. Milk replacer and a nursing bottle or two should be purchased prior to your bitch whelping or your mom giving birth. It is better to be safe now and have it than sorry later. Milk replacer attempts to duplicate all the vitamins, nutrients, and minerals found in mom's milk. They're available for puppies at feed stores, the vet office, pet stores, and even Amazon. I'll put some links below to help you find the things you might need for new puppies. They sell both ready-to-feed formula and powder that you mix on your own. Both are great replacer options. The mix is more cost-effective because you can just mix up what you need and feed to the pups without much waste. The liquid or ready-to-feed formula, once it's opened, it only lasts 72 hours in the refrigerator. You may extend the life of the liquid by freezing it into ice cube trays, and that formula will stay good for up to 6 weeks. Most of these replacers suggest feeding 30 mLs of replacer per 115 grams or 4 ounces of body weight, divided into frequent feedings throughout the day and night. Daily weighing is really important if you're bottle feeding pups. Feeding pups can be done using an eyedropper, a syringe, nursing bottles, and feeding tubes. The preferred method is nursing bottles for a couple reasons. You get bonding time with the puppy. It also keeps them warm because you're holding them. You also know exactly what they're getting. The formula should drip slowly but not flow out of the nipple. During a feeding, never squeeze the bottle to speed up a feeding. Doing so could push milk into the puppy's lungs, causing aspiration pneumonia or a drowning death. Pups may be held sternally, like this, or dorsally, like this. Pups will stop nursing or fall asleep when full or done nursing. Tube feeding should only be done by a professional. There are major risks involved with tube feeding, and it is used in the field to help pups that are unable to nurse for some reason or a last-ditch effort to save the pup's life. Orphan pups will need a lot of extra support. They will need to be stimulated to urinate and defecate using a moist cotton ball or a wet paper towel. Rub the ventral side of the abdomen area back and forth as if mom were licking them, and after they eliminate, then clean them up. Moving forward, weaning can start around 3 to 4 weeks of age. Pups are ready to be introduced to solid food at this time. Baby teeth have started to erupt at this time. When starting the weaning process, it is best to offer a soft food in a gruel consistency in a shallow dish or pan such as this. This allows pups to smell, explore, and taste this food in a natural manner. The gruel mixture should be made up of a 50-50 canned food and dry food. You can also use water and dry dog food in a 50-50 mixture as well. The dry dog food should be a puppy formula food. You want this mixture to be easy for them to eat. If the pups do not seem interested in this mixture, you can always add milk replacer to it, because they already know the taste and smell of that. They will eventually start to understand that this is also food, and it's delicious. The amount of water, formula, or canned food added to the dry food can be decreased over the next week or so until the pups are eating dry, crunchy, undiluted food. When pups are eating enough, mom's milk supply will slow down at 5 to 6 weeks of age, and the pups can be removed from their mother. I personally prefer that they stay with mom for 8 to 10 weeks because of the educational side of puppy rearing, but it's totally a personal preference. Just as important as food, make sure the pups have fresh, clean water available to them at all times when starting them on food, even if it's at the gruel stage. This ensures that they will learn that they can drink water and eat. Mom can return to her regular food at this time, no need for puppy food anymore. It is very important to note that a cold puppy will not eat, and it will not do very well. They are unable to regulate their body temperature at this time. If you're feeding orphan pups, they need supplemental heat. This can come from either a heat lamp or a heating pad. You must make sure that they can get away from the heat at any time though. Burns and overheating are a real risk. The heat lamp is my go-to way of heating them. Also, you can adjust the height of it so that it doesn't have to be super warm if they're getting a little bit older. By the time they're about 2 to 3 weeks, I remove that heat lamp because they can cuddle and snuggle with their litter mates. Using a heating pad is a great idea as well, but it can cause burns if the heat is too hot in one area. If the puppy is sleeping directly on the pad, there's so many reasons and ways that they could get burnt. Puppies are a lot of fun to have and play with, but sometimes they can be a lot of work too, more than you ever thought. I would love for you to check out my animal playlist here, and you're going to learn a lot about different types of animals and different things to do with dogs and cats. So I'll leave you a link right here. Please give it a click. If you have questions or comments, please use common sense, and if it's something life or death, please take them to the vet. I'm here for you. You're here for your pet. Have a great day.